Perhaps the biggest issue that prevents advisors from being as efficient as possible and as accurate as possible is the fact that we have information stored in dozens of places. Sure, your CRM has a spot for contact information and personal information. Sure, your CRM has a spot where it can track activities and emails. But what about all of that other information that lives in Excel spreadsheets, Google Sheets, or PDFs or handwritten notes? Because data is in 17 different spots, it is impossible to achieve peak efficiency, and it is impossible to utilize technology to ensure that you do not make mistakes. Welcome to the modules inside of Quivr. The modules is your place to store this information that simply doesn't have a home. You'll notice assets and liabilities, estate planning, insurance planning, tax planning. You're seeing the CFP topics. Now, we're not trying to replace your financial planning software. However, we are trying to expand on your financial planning software and allow you to monitor that administrative data pertaining to these topics as simply as possible. Let me introduce you to the estate planning module. All modules look and feel the same. Inside of the module, you're going to be brought to a landing page. This landing page is giving you that super important high-level information pertaining to this topic. So for example, for an estate plan, when was their estate plan executed? When was it reviewed? Who's the attorney? What firm do they work for? Of course, on the right, have the ability to launch workflows, start your task templates, or you can even have workflows and tasks tagged to a financial planning module so you can see what work am I doing just specific to estate planning or just specific to tax planning. Now, of course, where Quivr takes it one step further is notice this tab right here where it says estate plans. When you click on this, this is where you can actually enter that estate planning data that is living in a PDF or living in a Word document. On the tax planning module, this is where tax returns live. On the insurance planning module, this is where insurance policies live. Now, what can you do? You can actually enter this data. So as you're reviewing that estate plan after the client gets it, or if you're working with a new client and they give you their estate plan, while you're reviewing it, open up Quivr, toss this on your other screen, or have an administrative assistant or a virtual assistant or a paraplanner extract that data and enter it into here. It's very easy, takes a couple of minutes, but it's incredibly powerful once the data is inside of here. So for example, who's the key clients? Who's the attorney? When was it reviewed? Who are the personal representatives? Who are the trustees, the guardians? What's the trust distribution look like? Of course, let's say you want additional information that Quivr doesn't give you out of the box. We teach you how to customize this to give you a house for the information that's important for your firm. Now with this data, only enter it if it can help you. Only enter it if it provides you a positive rate of return on your time, or it improves the efficiency and accuracy of your firm to help you serve your clients better. Now there are 3 key things that you can do with this data. The first, deliverables. We have about 20 deliverables built into our system. Enter that estate plan, push a button, and get a 1 to 2 page output of that. Now, because Quivr is built on Salesforce, you also have access to dozens of tools that you can take this information, and for very minimal cost, you can build whatever deliverables you want. Think estate plans, beneficiary reports, 1-page plans, you name it. IPSs, client questionnaires. You can get all of that information out of Quivr with the push of a button. The second thing you can do with this data is report on it or query it. For example, think back to 2021 when the stimulus package was getting pushed. Let's say you have your tax return data inside of the tax planning module, which, by the way, we have an integration with Holistiplan that pushes about 55 fields from that tax return, from Holistiplan, automatically into the tax planning module. Let's say in 2021 the stimulus package is getting pushed. Anybody who had an AGI over $150,000 did not get the stimulus package. Anybody below did. Imagine in 15 to 30 minutes you run a query to look at all 2020 tax returns. You sort by AGI. You select everybody over $150,000 and you send a mass email right out of Quivr letting them know that they are not going to get the stimulus package, but providing them a link to an article so that they know what it is. Then conversely, you send an email to everybody under $150,000 AGI, and you send them a different email that says you are going to get it, and this is what it means. In Quivr, use real data to do real planning as quickly as possible. Or perhaps the third thing you can do with this data is the most important and the most powerful. Inside of Archer, which is Quivr's operational tool, you're able to build building blocks, which are task templates, workflows, multi-steps, multi-people, deliverables. Build your building blocks, build your firm standard operating procedures right into the system, and then use it for processes. Processes are the automations. Tell me when I want to do something. Tell me when it's time to do something. Think about that estate plan you entered. Imagine simply being told that that estate plan is over 5 years old and it's time to review it. Imagine being told if you enter life insurance policies that a life insurance policy is about to mature. In Quivr, we give you hundreds of templates for processes, hundreds of templates for building blocks. Take ours, edit them, create your own, make them your own, but always be told. I lost a client about 10 years ago because I missed a term life insurance maturity date. Not anymore. Not with Quivr. So with Quivr, you finally have a home for that financial planning data that does not have a home. And not only with that, you finally have a way to leverage that information to make yourself incredibly efficient and also more accurate.